Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. I am KHAIRUL HAFEZAD Abdullah from School of Business Management, University Utara Malaysia. Today, I am pleased to present my study entitled Risk Management in Workplace Safety, a Bibliometric and Thematic Integrations of Global Research. This presentation draws together the global patterns, thematic structures, and emerging frontiers in workplace safety research through an integration of bibliometrics and thematic analysis. My presentation today is structured into 7 main parts. I will begin with the introductions, followed by the research objective and questions. Then, I will briefly explain the methodology before moving to the results, which include several layers of performance and network analysis. After that, I will discuss key implication and future research directions, and finally conclusion to conclude key insights and emerging research trajectories. Well, this is the introductions of my study. Workplace safety research has evolved remarkably over the past 5 decades. Early studies largely focused on compliance and accident prevention, guided by industrial standards such as OHSAS 18001 and later ISO 45001. However, recent discussions reveal a paradigm shift. Safety is no longer seen merely as a regulatory issue, but as part of strategic, adaptive, and ESG aligned governance. This study aims to capture that transformation to understand how the field has evolved from procedural control to a multidimensional socio-technical system integrating humans' behavior, digital innovation, and sustainability principles. Well, previous bibliometric analysis often centered narrowly on construction safety or behavioral compliance. Most relied solely on Scopus, excluding the broader coverage of the Web of Science. Moreover, while many identified trends, very few connected this trend to theoretical or thematic development. Hence, my study filled this methodological and conceptual gap by combining bibliometric mapping and thematic interpretation. This is to reveal how ideas in workplace safety has evolved and where the field is heading next. All right, this is the research objective and research question. In my study, I have two main objectives. First, to map global publication trends and thematic evolutions in workplace safety risk management. Second, to identify emerging themes and conceptual linkages that shape current and future research directions. To achieve this aim, I pose 3 guiding questions. First, what are the global publication patterns and who are the most prolific contributors? Second, what are the main conceptual structures and keyword linkages that define the field? And lastly, the third one, how have research teams evolved over time and what future directions can be inferred? This is the methodological part. This study adopt a mixed bibliometric thematic design. Data were retrieved from both Scopus and Web of Science (WOS), covering the period of 1970 to 2024. And after cleaning and removing duplicates, 3,249 documents were retained. 2 key tools were used to analyze bibliometric data sets, which is SyntoPy for performance analysis and for ForceViewer for keyword co-occurrence and network mapping. The analysis combined quantitative trends with quality thematic interpretations, ensuring both breadth and depth for insight. Let me now move to the findings guided by the three research questions I mentioned earlier. This is about the performance analysis regarding to the annual publication. Has seen here, global research on workplace safety risk management shows a steady increase from the 1970s with an exponential rise after 2010. This growth accelerated further after 2020, coinciding with the surge in digital transformation, AI-driven safety tools, and the COVID-19 pandemic. This indicates that workplace safety has matured into a multidisciplinary and globally significant research domain. Next, the performance analysis regarding top 10 prolific institutions. The National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, NIOSH, in the United States leads global contribution, reflecting its long-standing mandate in occupational risk prevention. Other leading institutions include the University of Nottingham, Delft University of Technology, and Monash University. Interestingly, emerging contributors from Asia, such as University Kebangsaan Malaysia and University of Nepal Federico II, signify the internalizations of the field. Regarding to the top 10 productive countries, it is indicated that the United States dominates, followed by China, the United Kingdom, Russia, and Australia. Rapid growth in publication from China and India after 2015 signal expanding industrial safety research in developing economies. Malaysia's increasing presence highlight Asian engagement in digitalized safety governance. This global spread confirms that workplace safety is no longer confined to Western contexts, but has become a truly international discipline. In terms of keywords, earlier studies focused on constructions, accident, and risk analysis. Nevertheless, since 2020, terms such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, deep learning, and COVID-19 have surged dramatically. This marks a clear transition from procedure risk control to predictive data-driven safety system. It also reflects how the pandemic accelerated research into health resilience and adaptive safety strategies. This network visualization illustrates four major conceptual clusters. The red cluster focuses on regulatory and procedural safety, the blue on behavioral and ergonomic aspects, the green on technological and predictive systems, and the yellow on crisis responsive and resilient workplaces. Together, these clusters reveal a shift towards an integrated socio-technical paradigm, combining compliance, human factors, and digital intelligence. The overlay visualization further illustrates these evolutions over time. Earlier research shown in purple concentrate on compliance and prevention. This one. Recent studies shown in yellow introduce artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, and COVID-19, signaling a move toward resilience-driven predictive safety. This color transition visually demonstrates how the field has evolved from reactive hazard control to proactive data-centered safety governance aligned with ESG and Industry 4.0. This slide indicate four thematic categories summarize the intellectual landscape. The first one is procedure and regulatory safety management. consists of compliance and hazard control. Next is behavioral cultural safety related to the human factors and safety culture. The third one, technological and predictive system, such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and digital modeling. And the last one, crisis responsive and resilient workplaces, integrating physical and psychosocial resilience. Collectively, these themes represent how workplace safety is evolving from a checklist-based activity to a holistic system of continuous adaptations and learning. This finding can be clearly mapped onto the ESG framework, which is E, environment, S, social, G, governance. And this is actually to demonstrate how the risk management within the workplace safety related to the ESG terms. Now it is time to discuss the results. Here is an overview of the key findings from my analysis. The combined use of Syntopy and Force Viewer reveal how workplace safety research has progressively evolved and become institutionalized over the last 5 decades, from 1970 to 2024. Globally, publication output showed a steady rise before 2010 and then sharp accelerations after 2020. Right. Next is the conceptual and thematic development. All right. Keywords analysis and co-occurrence mapping reveal four dominant and interconnected clusters, as I just mentioned during in the previous slides. All right. Regarding the evolutionary patterns of workplace safety research is particularly revealing. Before 2023, studies were dominated by risk analysis, accident prevention, ergonomic and safety culture. These reflect a more reactive approach focused on preventing failure after it occurs. Then, from 2023 onwards, however, publications began to incorporate AI-driven analytics and resilient engineering. This marked a decisive shift toward predictive, adaptive, and proactive safety framework. All right, this study has several key implications. First, theoretically, it highlights the need for integrated models that combine procedure control, human cognitions, and digital transformation. Practically, it encourages organizations to adopt AI-powered safety systems while strengthening behavior and cultural engagement. From a policy standpoint, it calls for ESG-based safety governance, positioning employee well-being at the core of organizational risk strategies, and educationally reinforce the need for cross-disciplinary training in digital safety, predictive analytics, and behavioral safety culture. So, future study could explore the use of AI, machine learning, and digital twins for real-time predictive safety management. The psychological safety, motivation, and resilience of workers in post-crisis settings, and the way in which ESG principle, particularly the social and governance dimension, enhance organizational safety and sustainability. All right, in conclusion, workplace safety risk management has evolved from a compliance-based discipline to one that is intelligent, adaptive, and sustainability-driven. The convergence of technology, humans' behavior, and ESG governance is shaping the next frontier of safety research. Ultimately, the goal is clear to build workplaces that are not only safe, but also resilient, ethical, and sustainable. Thank you very much for your attentions. It has been a pleasure sharing this study with you. Let's continue building safer, smarter, and more sustainable workplace together. Take care and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.